And welcome to the podcast, folks. We are back at it again, and we are giggling.
Oh, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've made a podcast.
It has been a minute, so we're excited to be back, bringing the folks out there some new content. You know, let's get at. Today we have a guest with us officially for the first time. It's not just Talo and Tano; it's also Lexi.
Or as we like to say, Lexi.
Lexi.
Hi!
My beautiful wife. Would you like to say anything, Lex? Just laughs from her from now. Don't you worry. We'll actually hear her voice later. Today, this has been a great start. I hope you're enjoying this out there. Today we are giving a list of our top 23 songs. That is as of right now. So we're back on that music grind. And with songs, I mean, songs are so hard to judge already just because our tastes change so often. New music comes out that we may love. We may re-find old favorites and stuff like that. So obviously these lists are different now than they might be in a month from now or even tomorrow. But we did our best to rank from 1 to 23 songs right now, in our opinion.
And it's not songs that we think are the best or anything like that. We're just judging it based off of our favorite, the top 23 favorite songs. 23
right.
Because all of us are 23 right now.
We are.
So,
yep.
Jordan year.
LeBron year. Let's make that clear.
Had to do 23.
Yeah,
so.
We had to do. And thank you for clarifying again. These are not what we think are the 23 best songs of all time. Make that very, very clear. We don't want you thinking necessarily. Some of these songs may be worthy.
For sure.
Of that title. At least on some of our lists. But again, we're just going to hear Lex laugh the whole time. That's her guest appearance, just so you know.
Just little laugh libs, little ad libs.
Fine. It'll make it fun.
I think, just real quick, I just want to read some honorable mentions before we get into the list. Any of these songs really could be tied with 23. But I'll just go through and just read a couple. Creep by Radiohead, Mayonnaise by the Smashing Pumpkins, Holocene by Bon Iver, Jolene by Ray LaMontagne, Linger, the Cranberries, When We Were Young, Adele, Satellite, Dave Matthews Band, Midnight City by M83, a ton of Bob Marley songs, several by Michael Jackson, several by Phil Collins, Mac Miller, Kanye West. There's a lot by J. Cole that didn't end up making the list. U2 as well. Meet Me Halfway by the Black Eyed Peas.
Quite an extensive honorable mentions you have.
Yes.
I mean, it's so hard to rank songs.
It was really tough.
Really easy for a really good song that you love to miss out just by one or two places.
Very true.
A great list on your honorable mentions. I'll list off some of mine real quick as well. Male Fantasy, Billie Eilish, Something, The Beatles, Dig a Pony, The Beatles, Every Teardrop is a Waterfall, Coldplay, Rush of Blood to the Head, Coldplay, Gotta Have It, Kanye and Jay-Z, Kashmir, Led Zeppelin, No One Else, Weezer, and that one was very close, barely missed out. Come and Get Your Love, Redbone.
Dan's just screaming right now. No!
He's so angry at me.
No!
I'm sorry, Dad. Sorry. Polaroid, Imagine Dragons. Anakin's Betrayal, John Williams. Devil in a New Dress, Kanye West. Sweet Child of Mine. Stir It Up being the most notable of the Bob Marley omissions. And several others in there as well. And that's about it. There are obviously a lot more. I won't go off and list another 60 songs to you, because I could do that very easily. And Lex didn't make a list of honorable mentions because we kind of forced her into doing this last minute, despite her best efforts to try not to.
Super last minute, yeah.
But we really wanted her to be included.
But I have a few.
She has a few. Here we go.
That just came to mind.
Let's hear them.
One of them, Billie Eilish, When the Party's Over.
Oh.
That
Have
one.
you,
Ooh.
there's a band that does they're like a screamo band, and they do a cover of that. So good.
I think I have heard that.
It's so good. I can't remember what they're called, but that cover is tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. Another one, Casey Musgraves. I love her. Golden Hour and Butterflies. Those are...
Butterflies missed out, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
Okay. What else?
I have a couple Jonas Brother ones. Because
Hey.
I just...
Grew
I
up
love
on
them.
The Brothers
Yep.
Jonas. They
Yep.
the nostalgia.
Joe, Kevin, Nick.
Nikki. And it's usually Kevin that's the one that's forgotten.
Joe Kevin.
Sorry, Nick, if you're listening. Didn't mean to miss you.
Just a couple of songs from them. Love Bug. That one's a classic.
Classic.
Still in Love with You, and That's Just the Way We Roll. I love those ones.
Year 3000 was always my favorite Jonas Brothers song.
I mean, it's classic.
Yeah, it's everyone's favorite. Come on. I didn't even need to mention it. Goodbyes, Post Malone.
But that didn't make it on yours?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Sweet. Those are some fun ones. We're going to try to not take hours on each song, as easy as that would be to really go in. Lex just dropped something and woke up the entire neighborhood.
Good job, Pippin.
Hopefully, like I said, this may end up being a two-parter as well. We'll kind of reevaluate that as we go. But again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being along for the ride. We're going to jump right into it. Taylor is going to go first at number 23. And we'll kind of go in a rotation where we're all on the same number. And if there are any repeats, we'll kind of talk about them at the same time instead of going back and forth. All right, Taylor.
At number 23, Peace Train, Cat Stevens.
Ooh.
Love that song.
Okay.
So it's one of my only happy feel good songs on my whole list.
I was
The
gonna
rest
say.
is pretty depressing.
And it hit number 23.
It's the last one. Love this song. The chorus is amazing with the choir coming in.
Yeah.
Especially I love that just backup vocal where they're not really saying stuff. It's just yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
And the claps as well.
It's a cool song.
It's an amazing song. Really powerful message and everything.
I mean, Cat Stevens is all about the messages.
Mm-hmm. Or Yusuf, whatever his name is now.
Right.
But Cat Stevens, goated.
Great one. All right. Lex, your 23?
Okay, my 23 is Harry Styles.
Oh, alright.
Alright.
Two
Come on,
Ghosts.
Harry.
Two Ghosts.
Two Ghosts.
Two Ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you like that one?
I just love the guitar in it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's a good
Fair
one.
enough. That's a good song. That's from his second album?
The first one, isn't it?
First one,
Is that
yeah.
from his first one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's something him or his writing team or whatever are really good at coming up with iconic licks,
Yeah.
which is I think really not done often.
Not in today's
nowadays.
music. No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
Yeah. Well done,
Alright.
Lex.
That's a good one. My number 23 is Umpqua Rushing by Blind Pilot. Now, this isn't a song I even knew about until a year ago. I was really into Blind Pilot last year, but it is such a powerful song. So much emotion built into it, and it builds and builds and builds toward the end. Lyrically, Blind Pilot is just so good, so smart with their lyrics, and this is one of my favorite songs by them for sure. At number 23 for me.
Dope. Like we said, we're gonna try and move through these fast until we get to like the top 10.
Yeah,
so.
otherwise we'd be here forever. So we're gonna push on through it.
Number 22 for myself is For Emma by Bon Iver. Freaking love that song. It's a really short as far as writing goes. There's like 2 stanzas to the whole thing. But awesome. Brass in that whole song is freaking amazing. So
Nice.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm not
Great
sure I'm
song.
not, but Bon Iver is great.
Love the man.
Okay, 22 for me is 22 by Taylor. Just kidding.
Oh gosh,
Jeez.
I was like,
That almost took a turn for the
Jokes.
worse. We about ended the podcast right there.
jeez.
It is Name by Justin Bieber, featuring Tori Kelly.
Ooh,
What's
yeah,
that
you do
one?
really like that
So
one.
good. So good.
Is it a
Played-
single?
It's on his newest album.
Oh yeah.
It was on
Okay.
the deluxe version, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he added it like
Yeah.
a week after.
I'm with you now. I'm with you.
So good.
That was a good song.
Super random. John Bellion posted this thing on his Instagram about Tori Kelly, and he's like, Tori Kelly deserves someone who can produce for her like an album that will be number 1. And I was like,
Collab incoming?
what are you saying?
Interesting.
Anyway, channel.
Johnny. My number 22, excuse me, is The Only Exception, Paramore.
That one made my list.
It is such a good song.
That one's number 9 on my list.
Shoot. Well, we can take a little bit more time on it if you want. I won't say too much other than it's a great song, and you actually introduced it to me. So, talk more about it if you'd like. Up at number 9.
I mean, I don't really have much to say about it. I just really love it.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
it's a great song.
We put it in our wedding playlist.
You
Mhm.
did?
It's a really good song.
Yeah.
The
Song
bridge
about
on that
love.
song is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haley Williams
Oh,
just
man.
sends it on
Yeah,
that song.
she does.
She's a
So
beast.
Good. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, one of the best female singers
Yeah.
of the 2000s.
Speaking
For
of
sure.
her, have you seen the videos of her and Billie Eilish singing together?
No, what the crap that exists?
Oh my gosh.
They're pretty dope.
I think it was at Coachella or
It
something.
was,
It was
yeah.
some
At a music
festival.
festival.
What
Yeah.
did they sing?
They
Didn't
sang one of her songs. I don't
It was
remember.
Billie's song, right?
No, they sing a Paramore song.
I don't know. We'll have to show you this video,
Well,
the video of it after.
You guys should go look at it on the YouTubes
That's
while you're
three.
watching this.
It's
But after you listen to this, obviously, don't leave this video. Okay. Well, that was my 22 and Lexi's 9. The only exception, Paramore.
Nice. 21 is Wait by M83.
That
Builds.
one.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. It's really
Amazing.
hard for me. I just makes me feel stuff.
It's like heavenly.
It is, dude. It is. It's like, I don't know. It's freaking amazing, though. It reminds me of a supernova.
Yeah,
So good.
it totally is like a supernova. That's a
Yeah.
good word for it.
Great song.
Mm-hmm.
Lexer?
Okay, my 21 is Chance the Rapper.
Oh.
Sun Come Down.
Oh.
That one.
That's
Not
a
what
good
I would
song.
have expected.
I
But
know.
A great one.
It's like the only Chance song I have on my.
That's your
Not
favorite
really.
Chance song?
Interesting.
It's so
Not from
good.
a popular album, but it's a good song.
Yeah, very good song.
My 21 is When the Levee Breaks. Led Zeppelin.
So good, dude.
We kind of talked about this on the last pod when we talked about our top 10 albums of all time. But man, the drums and the guitar, Led Zeppelin in general, man. But this song is like dirty in a good way.
It is so grimy and just it's so good.
It's like grunge, but early.
Throw your stank face on for that one. It's
Yeah, man.
so good.
Great song.
Number 20 for myself is Stir It Up by Bob Marley. Love that
Ooh.
song. It's amazing. Bass line is so freaking awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one you just gotta puts you in a mood whenever you hear it. Great song. Great song.
Definitely. One of my honorable mentions, as I mentioned in the honorable mentions.
Honorably.
Honorable. Okay. 20. It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Electric by
Oh.
Alina Baraz. I don't know how to say her last name. Featuring Khalid. So good.
Very good.
I forgot about that.
All of
That's
the.
points.
Sorry, I'm like
No.
go. No.
Nope.
Synth work in that song is amazing. Like all the like layering of the synths and the different just like sounds that they have going on in that.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
It hits different, honestly.
Totally does.
Just blast that.
Like.
It's a shame you couldn't all see what Taylor did. Maybe someday. 20 for me is a very recent song, Mother I Sober.
Oh.
Kendrick Lamar. This song has made me cry basically every time I've listened to it, and that's about 20 times.
Taylor's gonna cry just
It's so
talking
good.
about
It is so emotionally. I mean, this song deserves its own podcast, honestly.
It does. It's so good.
But I mean, just so emotional, so well written,
so deep.
so deep. Kendrick, we worship you.
This is transformation.
This
Man.
transformation. You ain't felt guilt until you felt it sober.
That's so good, bro.
So good.
Number 19 is Come Back to Us from the soundtrack for the movie 1917. The soundtrack is done by Thomas Newman.
Okay.
Really dope thing about this whole soundtrack is since the movie was shot in chronological order, so the score was written in chronological order, which is not typical for scores. So different themes and things were discovered as it was written. You know, usually there's a couple themes for a score written, like 3 or 4 themes, and then everything is written based off of that. But this was themes were being discovered, and he had it opened up like very much so to the orchestra that was playing and recording the soundtrack, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's so crazy when you think about that. It's so not normal.
Yeah, not at all. Very unconventional.
Yeah.
The cello solo on this though is freaking amazing. Yeah, love this song.
I haven't listened to it. Sounds good though.
I haven't either. Okay, 19 for me is a Posty.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. It's Stay.
Oh.
That one is on here because when I went to, it was his first concert for me. Like 5 days before the concert, he released Beer Bongs and Bentleys, and I had to learn all the songs before the concert. And I didn't really know this one when he played it, but I fell in love with it as soon as he played it. It was so good live. So that's why it's on here.
Nice.
Good.
Hearing a song live can change how you feel.
Oh,
Totally. That's
and
how I
artists
was.
in general.
That's why I was with Every Teardrop Is a Waterfall.
Yeah.
I didn't love that song until
Really?
I saw them do it live, and I was like crying, and I was like, I don't even like this song.
I love that song.
Yeah, no, it's one of my favorites. But that's a really good pick, Lex.
Yeah, it is a good pick.
Really good pick.
One of his best songs.
I
Easily.
think it's his best.
Really?
I do,
Wow.
yeah.
Top 3, I think.
So good.
19. Well, that's where we're at, right? 19.
Yeah.
19 for me is Fake Plastic Trees, Radiohead.
So that is coming in at number 16 for me.
Oh, it's not too far away.
No.
I mean, that is just a great song. Radiohead is, one of the greatest alternative bands of all time, first of all. And this song, just like the melody, I love so much, and just how soft he's singing, but powerfully at the same time. If that even makes sense. I love this song. You actually showed this song to me, I believe.
It's so good, dude.
Yeah.
It's so good. The whole song is kind of like a, just like a, what's the freaking word? Kind of his take on just society in general.
Right.
You know, like,
yeah.
Everything is just like so freaking fake, and it wears him out.
Yeah.
You know, and
sick of it.
Like, because everyone else has these facades, it makes you feel like you have to like do one too, and it's tiring, bro. It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Line from that one that's really heavy. He used to do surgery for girls in the 80s, but gravity always wins. Oh man, that's tough, dude. It's a sad song, but really good. Powerful.
Yeah.
Anything else on that one?
Nope, that's all I have for that one. On to your 18.
Number 18. This, spoiler alert for the rest of my list, this is the only hip-hop song I have on my whole list, which really...
nuts, by the way.
Really surprised me. Really surprised me.
He mentioned that before we started, and it blew my mind, just because I know how much he loves hip-hop now, how much he loves artists like J. Cole, like Kendrick. I don't even know what song this is, but go for it.
So this is... It comes from the Revenge of the Dreamers 3 album.
Oh, okay.
Which was, so J. Cole's record label, Dreamville, they like rented out a space and put a bunch of studios in individual rooms, and basically they just like lived there for 10 days and wrote and produced the whole album in 10 days. And this is the last track on that album. It's called Sacrifices. So freaking good. Everyone's verse is amazing. J. Cole's verse is amazing on that, and the instrumental is it's my favorite instrumental in all of hip hop. It's incredible.
Wow. I don't remember how it goes right now, but I definitely have heard it.
So good. So freaking good.
Good pick.
That's 18 on your list.
And it's 18. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's kind of really surprised me, but
okay, 18 for me. This one was probably my most played song in high school. Sunday Candy.
Oh. This is a chant
nice
song, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, is it
It's
Donnie
like Donnie Trumpet?
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
So good.
That is a great song.
Okay, you're 18. Go ahead. That's all I have to say.
My 18 is Only One. Kanye West featuring Paul McCartney.
Oh.
And Paul McCartney just helped Kanye write this song. He doesn't really have any part in it. But such a powerful song. This is one of my favorite songs in high school. And then it means even more to me now as I'm a father. And this is Kanye talking about his daughter and writing this song for her right around the time she was born. Such a powerful song. And it's more Kanye singing than rapping, which...
We love
when Kanye sings. Even if he uses a little auto-tune, we don't mind.
We need the Kanye with the tune.
We don't mind. Great song. Great song.
I want to say one thing about it too. Tanner's post for Beckham when he was born was lyrics to that song.
Yep.
What lyrics was it?
Just the chorus. It's not the first chorus, but the third chorus. It's just "Hello, my only one." Just like the morning sun. You keep me rising till the stars. Keep on rising till the stars know your name, and you're still my chosen one. Remember who you are. No, you're not perfect, but you're not your mistakes.
Oh, that's tough.
It's powerful. Good lyrics. Kanye can put out them lyrics sometimes, bro.
He can, bro. He can. Number 17 for me is another soundtrack. Soundtrack to a movie called The Last Samurai. The score is written by Hans Zimmer.
One of your honorable mentions in the albums list.
In the albums list, yeah. It's called A Small Measure of Peace. Holy crap, so good. Not really much of it.
Don't mind Bo freaking out right now, by the way.
It sounds, there's either fireworks or like cars outside that they're...
Or both. We are kind of close to the 4th of July, so...
Okay, 17. So, 20-something by. Oh my gosh, I forgot her name. What is her
I
name?
don't know. I don't know
SZA.
this song.
Sorry.
Oh.
SZA.
I think it's pronounced SZA.
SZA. This one was one that I saw live, and she dedicated it to Mac Miller, and it made me cry so much. And I've never cried at a concert, like, during a song until this one.
Dude, rest in peace to Mac Miller, one of the greatest artists of all time. Several Mac Miller songs that almost made this list for me.
Yeah. R.I.P. Mac.
Yeah.
What are we on to? 17. Oof. This is a tough one for me. So this is where, before I talk about this song, it's so hard to rate nostalgia versus just songs that you love now. So this song is Ocean Avenue.
Very nice.
Yeah. And this is a great, like, for my family song in our relationship with Oceanside in California, where we listen to this all the time. We all know every single word to the song. We all just yell it when it turns on. And it's a lot of fun, but it's just not as good as some of the other songs, straight up.
Very true.
But
if I could find you now.
It's peak 2000s punk pop.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, it is a great song. Number whatever we're at on.
I kind of love the bridge on that song, though.
I remember the look in your eyes.
It's so good, dude.
It's really good. It's a great song. Popular for very good reasons.
Yeah.
All right, that's me. 17.
16 again is Fake Plastic Trees by Radiohead for me. So on to Lex.
16 for me is Good Things Fall Apart.
Oh, so good. That's one of my honorable mentions. I love that song.
I should have put that on my honorable mentions as well. It's a great song. The production on that song is so good.
Yeah. Oh, man.
His vocals
he
are
just
amazing
sends
too.
it on the chorus, bro.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That band, it's really, really, like simple writing, but not, like, it's just, like, the heart of, like, what he's trying to say. You know what I mean? Like, it's really just right down to the root, to the point. Cuts raw, bro. So good.
Yeah, it's a great song. Thank you for saying that song and letting us talk about it. Do you want to say anything?
No, you guys said it all.
One of my favorite music videos, too.
Yeah.
So good.
I do remember,
you showed us that music video.
It's so freaking good.
It is cool. Okay, on to my... I don't even know where we're at in terms of...
I'm going to share a quick story about that song, actually.
No, go for it.
So, on the mission one time, McKay actually sent me that song. So, Homeboy was also on his mission, and he just emailed me a link to that song.
Nice.
It was a link to the music video, actually. I watched it. I won't even freaking lie.
Of course.
This is on a Monday, on P-Day. I'm sitting in the internet cafe. I watched that video 12 times. Just back to back to back to back. And I was like, what is happening? Because there's so much, like, genre blending that happens in that whole song. That's
and I mean, the music video is crazy, too.
Yeah, it is. It's like a short film.
Yeah.
It's, oh, man, so good. But yeah, shout out McKay putting me onto that one. I was in like my second to last transfer when he sent that to me. Really good song.
Good story. We like story time. On to mine for 16, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh my goodness!
It's not on your list?
No!
Wexer.
I mean, one of the greatest songs of all time.
It's a great song.
Absolutely
iconic
song. One of the greatest ballads of all time. Queen, Freddie Mercury, and the lot in it.
What's that the lot?
I don't really have to say too much about this song. It's an amazing song.
Number 15 for me is Human Nature by Michael Jackson.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Is this your favorite Michael song?
I think so. It's the only one I have on here, so
okay.
I think so. So freaking good. Everything about it is perfect. Really, really amazing song.
Totally. I think it's an amazing song as well. I haven't heard that song in a long time.
Well, give it a listen, why don't you?
Maybe I should.
Wexer?
15?
15. Honestly, should have been higher on my list, But, you know, you guys told me to do this like 20 minutes before, so won't go home without you.
What?
Tanner's offended.
15?
Like I said.
You were mad at me when this wasn't top 5 for me.
I know, like I said.
Okay, but why is this song so significant for both of you?
It's our
Okay, yeah,
song.
let's talk about it now. This is 6 for me. Up at number 6 for me, so...
Beckham, their
Yeah.
child, was conceived to this song.
That is not true. We'll stop that right there. But this is what we consider to be our song.
And it's 15 for you, Lex.
You know.
Our song's okay, I
Just
guess.
I'm just saying. I was just kind of writing things down, and I just kind of
You were
did
super
whatever.
rushed on this,
Yes.
for sure.
Fair
You were
enough.
like doing this, like Lex is doing this while she's feeding Beckham at like
8 o'clock
just
at
doing it
night.
all, you know?
I mean,
I feel like I would have ranked this one probably number 8. It wouldn't
okay.
be super high on my list because I'm not a huge Maroon 5 stan like you are.
Yeah, but this is actually the only Maroon 5 song in my top 23.
Wow.
Oh, we might as well talk about it for you now.
Yeah, we can
But-
talk.
Yeah.
We can talk about it now. Up at 6 for me, like I mentioned. I mean, just for our relationship. I mean, I think the first time we ever listened to it together, we were just driving around in your car doing nothing.
Yep.
In high
the day I
school.
got my license,
The day
we
you
were
got your
driving in my
license,
grandma's car.
You were 16, I was 15. We're just driving around, jamming to Won't Go Home Without You, and we really connected that day. An important day for us, and it's always been our favorite song. And Taylor was crying.
I am crying. I remember at your guys' wedding when this song came on, my dad was like, "Oh gosh, I hate this freaking song."
Fair enough.
He's like, for someone who has such great music taste, why does Tanner love Maroon 5? I freaking hate these guys. You know how
Your
he gets
dad
when
hates
he's
Maroon
pissed.
5 too.
Yeah, he did. Sorry, Nate. Anyway, that's enough
Hilarious.
about that one. Great song for us. On to my number 14?
15.
15? Oh, Us Against the World.
Oh,
Coldplay.
so freaking good.
I think
I've let out like after every single one of these songs that you guys have listed.
I love it.
And I'm probably gonna keep doing it. the rest of the list.
that's fine, dude. It adds to the aesthetic of
I
the
mean,
pod, you know.
I try and bring a little spice to it.
I mean, this is just an incredibly heartfelt song from Coldplay. So well written, so simple.
Mhm.
Also, it's a beautiful song. That's all I have to say about it.
I love the moments that song has.
Yeah,
You
it
know
has
what
moments.
mean?
I cry a lot during this song too.
So good.
When I listen to it, when you cry during a song, that's how you know it's good.
Very true. We're on 14 now.
Mhm.
Number 14, Into the West by Annie
Ooh,
Lennox
okay.
from the Return of the King soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is one of the first songs, because this movie came out in like 2005, I think. 2006?
Right around there. Yeah.
So I was still like a young kid, and this is one of the first songs that I remember like crying and not knowing why while I was
Yeah.
listening to a song. I was just like, So for like a while, I didn't like the song because I was like, it makes me cry, and
Yeah.
I don't understand why I'm
And
crying.
we automatically think that crying's bad.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's what you associate it with growing up.
But it's so good. It's such an amazing song.
Yeah. I agree. I should have mentioned The Shire for me is one of my favorites, probably
Mhm.
my honorable mentions. Several. The Urukai.
So good.
So powerful.
So good. Howard Shore really is a
Howard
go
Shore
for
did.
all of that.
Yeah. He's doing the new series as well. Have you seen that?
I did see that. Okay, no, I don't want to go off on a tangent about that.
We'll talk about that in a different pod.
Lexer, you're number 14.
My number 14 is from a super recent album. Harry Styles.
Alright.
Number 2 for Ari.
Yep. Satellite.
Yeah.
Satellite.
The breakdown at the end.
So good. Yes.
Yeah, it's
so
really
The
good.
synths at the beginning too.
So awesome. Yeah. Love
Amazing.
that song.
Amazing song.
Yeah. Your favorite from his album,
Yes.
obviously, because it is the song on your list.
Yes.
It is a great song. No. 14 for me. You're done, by the way, right? Okay.
I'm done. Yes.
Okay. Drugs or Me.
Yes.
Jimmy.
Incredible song.
Oh, man. Words cannot say how much I love this song.
Why are we recording ourselves during this?
Because it's fun. Someone will enjoy it,
See
hopefully.
this stuff.
I mean, this is just an incredibly powerful song, and super emotional as well. I mean, there's kind of that theme for all of us that they're all somewhat emotional songs, but just Jimmy pouring his heart out about a loved one who's addicted to drugs, and he's saying you have to choose. And the whole album Futures is kind of around this same theme of almost a story, but one of the peaks, and it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like almost distorted a little bit throughout the song as well, so it gives it kind of that extra angst. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Very awesome song. Number 13. It's called Hold Your Head Up High by Darling Side.
I've never heard of it.
It's so freaking good. It was in an episode of This Is Us. That's how I found out about it. Awesome. It's like kind of like folky a little bit. It's just like harmonies throughout the whole song. Has a line in it that's like one of my favorite lines. Misery's no rest for weary gentlemen. Ooh. Oh my gosh, dude. It's so good. Like, there's a freaking awesome trumpet solo in it.
Nice.
So good. Anyway, love that song.
I'll have to listen
so
to it.
Freaking good.
13, right? 13 is my favorite SZA song. Garden, Say It Like That. It's just really good. I don't know what else to say about that one.
You jammed to SZA.
I do. I love SZA.
So fine.
Great. Great R&B soul artist almost.
SZA, if somehow you ever stumble across this, I don't know how in the world you would, but you should make a child.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Yep.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement.
There you go.
On to my 13, 3 Rounds and a Sound.
Very nice.
Blind Pilot. This is a song probably many of you won't have heard. I mean, maybe for you that are actually listening, you will have heard. But a really great song. Blind Pilot, again, like I said, really into them last year, specifically when I stumbled across them. But just another really powerful song, super emotional. Lyrics and songwriting is A1 for Blind Pilot. I wish I could remember the guy's name that is the lead singer, but he does a fantastic job. Definitely go listen to this song. I don't think anyone I've ever showed it to has disliked it. It's that good.
I really enjoy them. There's just one thing that's on like every freaking song that just, I don't know why, it just irritates me. Every song is like doubled vocals.
Yeah, well, it's definitely, the production is one thing that's lacking for them.
Yeah, for sure.
And most of it's, I think, all self-made as well, self-produced, which, I mean, for a smaller band, makes a lot of sense. I get that.
But content is awesome.
Yeah.
Number 12. You guys are going to laugh at me for this one, and I don't even freaking care. It's called TKT by Hiroyuki Sawano. I don't know if I said that right.
Is this from
it's
which
from
anime?
Attack on Titan.
Yep.
The freaking it's from an anime show. It's amazing. I won't say when it happens. It's at the end of season 3. And because
I won't say when it happens.
Well,
It's at the end of
I won't say like what happens whilst the song is going, because I'm still holding out for Tanner to watch it, because it'll change your life. Watch it, Tanner. Tanner, freaking watch this show. It's so good. But also an amazing cello solo, and it just like swells, like so, like tears running freely out of my eye sockets. It's so good.
Oh.
So good.
I'm sure you've showed me this one. You have shown me several that are just written specifically for Attack on Titan. It is
so
great music.
Freaking amazing. Oh, okay.
Okay, my number 12, we're probably going to talk about for a while. 23.
Oh, by Jimmy Eat World.
Is this not on yours?
What number is it for you?
Number 3.
It's number 11 for me, so I'm chilling.
Okay, you go first, then you, then you.
Well, Tanner just showed me this song, and it's amazing. It's so good. It's my favorite Jimmy Eat World song.
So, I was listening to this song driving home from school yesterday after having like a really like awesome conversation with 2 of my friends. Okay, just boy's about to open up a little bit. Homeboy's super insecure about like freaking everything, as I'm sure most of us are. I won't say I'm sure because now I'm like, oh, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me.
No, that's true. All of us are insecure.
So they were just like totally like boosting me up and just like saying all this stuff that I would never think about myself. And I literally was like, okay, bye guys, because I was crying and I was like, I'm out. Put this song on and I was driving. You'll sail along forever if you wait for the right time. What are you hoping for?
I'm here.
I'm now. I'm ready. Bro, and I was just crying. Like, just on the freeway, just crying, bro. The sun was setting. Like, this was, like, just peak, just sad boy moments. But, like, not sad, but just, like...
Happy sad.
Like, damn, dude, like, actually, I am kind of, like, worth something, you know? And that song just makes you feel like that, you know?
Totally does.
It's like, you got this shit. I'm sorry. I try not to be profane on this, but, like... You got this. Like, you really can go out and do this thing, you know? Yeah. There's no point in, like, you know, like, sulking in your insecurities or just, like, oh, man, like, it's just not right timing or I'm not ready for this, whatever. No, like, oh, man, I really try not to swear right now. Like, but, like, screw all that. Like, you are. Go take it. Like, you can freaking do it. Whatever it is, you can do it.
It's like saying "seize your moment."
Totally is. It's a Carpe Diem song for sure.
Oh, totally, yeah. And it's like, if you aren't ready, then I'm gonna find something else too.
Yes.
Which is totally how people should be.
Yes. 100%.
Obviously, it's super easy to say that, and rather than doing it. But this song, that's something that up at number 3 for me. Jimmy Eat World, just in general, but this song, echoing a lot of what Taylor just said, but it's so empowering. And again, for me, I have a lot of insecurities. I have coming out and telling people right now, I deal with depression and anxiety like crazy, especially lately. And this song just makes you feel good about yourself while feeling like it's also okay to be emotional. And for me, just having those emotions in words isn't something that I do myself very well. So being able to express it and listen to a song that is this powerful and that is talking about real human feelings. Countless times again that I've cried listening to this song. So good, so powerful. It's the perfect ending to Futures, the album, because it kind of caps it off perfectly with like on a hopeful note that's not so much despair. Everything about this song.
I'm crying listening to you talk about this song.
This is why we love music. This is why we listen to music, for songs like this. And I bet a lot of people won't have heard this song either.
I didn't. You guys showed me this song like a year and a half ago, probably. Literally changed my life. Like, it's an amazing song.
Yeah.
Another line I just want to highlight from it: I won't always love what I'll never have. I won't always live in my regrets. Oh man, it's like, it's so.
It's just real, like you said. It's just realizing that you're better and that you can do better. It's like a growing up song in a way.
Yeah, for
Coming
sure.
of age,
for sure,
a little bit, and kind of being. So I'm quickly going to read a lyric from a different Jimmy Eat World song that is not even close to my list, and I'm sorry, but I've been thinking about this lyric like crazy. The song is called Something Loud. They just barely released it, Jimmy Eat World released it like less than a month ago. but a super powerful lyric from it. Sorry, let me get pulled up here. Jimmy says, "But there's a moment that you die, or you move on to live."
Oh, one more time, Tanner.
But there's a moment that you die, or you move on to live. And that's just like for everything growing up, right? You could let this moment define you. You can let it kill you to the point where you're literally diving into depression, into cutting yourself off from everything. Or you can move on and make yourself better, live, and progress. And that's something that Jimmy World does in a bunch of their songs.
Yeah.
This one in 23 specifically, I mean... I'm all worked up now. I'm like jittery. These guys can see me like jumping around.
So good, man.
But now that we've talked about that song, I mean, being at number 3, I guess I deserve to talk about
absolutely,
it.
Absolutely.
But go listen to that song. If I have one recommendation for you, it's go listen to 23 by Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah. Amazing song.
You're 12.
My 12? Shoot,
Yeah,
I've been talking forever. Yeah. Where are we? Oof. My number 12, No Woman, No Cry.
Oh, really good song.
Ooh, and it's specifically the live version from 1975 is probably the most famous version of that song.
Yeah.
Where it's more slowed down than what the original version is. Man, so powerful. And I feel like I'm saying that a lot. Sorry for everyone that keeps hearing me say powerful. But for me and Taylor, Bob Marley growing up for us was super present in our lives, 100%. From our dads, from our uncles. It's something we've always heard growing up. And he was definitely deserving of probably more than one spot on our list, if we're being honest. Just really great music. One of the most influential artists of all time, probably.
Yeah. Keeping on theme with the last song, my feet is my only carriage, so I've got to push on through.
Oh, man.
Yeah, freaking amazing song. Love the backup vocals from the I3s on that.
Everything's gonna be alright.
So good.
Be alright. Everything's alright. No woman, no cry.
But a woman. Amazing song. My number 11 is 23 by Jimmy Eat World. So on to you, Lex.
That's right.
My number... Sorry. I'm crying over here. My number 11 is I Always Want to Die Sometimes.
Oh my gosh. I'm not okay.
Yeah, that song. I don't even know how to put it into words. It's such a good song.
I'm gonna read a lyric from that song. Holy crap!
While you're pulling it up, I've never loved the 1975. Something about it. Anyway, but
kind of vibe.
Not my vibe. Yeah, good way of putting it. But this song is so emotional.
It is.
And like you can just feel the heaviness in every word that he says, which is awesome. Powerful, even. Powerful.
Okay. This line right here. You win, you lose, you sing the blues. There's no point in buying concrete shoes. For those of you who don't really understand the metaphor there, concrete shoes, dude, is just that's like
you can't
killing
move.
yourself. Yeah. That's like throwing them on and jumping in the ocean. You're gonna just to take you to the bottom and die. That's just again it's a similar theme.
Same theme.
Shit happens. It's cool. You can decide what to do with that. You know.
Yeah. You could die or you could live.
Mm-hmm. And there is the title is, or not the title, but just what he says. I always want to die sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, when you do find yourself in that state of mind where you're really just depressed, everything is just I can't freaking do this. I don't want to go through this at all. And it's always just kind of there. You know, it's something that is so easy for you to fall back on once
Yeah.
you've been there. You know, like something bad happens, it's always like your mind just kind of like throws it up as an option. Like, we thought about this one time.
Yeah.
Are we still kind of no? Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
So, awesome song. Great pick, Lex. Awesome song.
Something real quick. One thing that is amazing about music is that just in no other avenue other than art, and I guess it extends other than music, just also art in general, that you can express your emotions so freely. Because in normal speech, people aren't talking about stuff like this.
No.
Let's just be honest. I mean, other than recently where mental health awareness has become more of a thing, people were in the 2000s or whenever, people have never talked about mental health and the struggles. And that's something that's awesome, again, about music, is that you could just say how you feel and everyone's still going to love it.
Yeah, they'll love it even more because of that.
Yeah, because they can relate.
That's the thing that's crazy is like for someone to say that, like if someone were to come out and be like, yeah, like I like sometimes think about like harming myself, everyone would be like, oh my gosh, like don't do that. But really you're like, but like me too.
Yeah.
Like, but you would never be like, oh yeah, me too, man. Like,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But
because we're too arrogant.
For sure, yeah.
To admit
yeah.
to someone else that we have weakness.
Yeah.
That's
it's
just a human thing.
For sure.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
great pick, Lex.
Tangent. Let's see, where are we? Sorry.
Is that 11?
Yeah, that's to 11 now. My only Beatles song on my list. My favorite Beatles song. In My Life.
Oh, man.
Oh, such a simple song. John Lennon wrote this one, but so it's like sweet, but also seems sad at the same time. I mean, it's mostly just John writing about his wife at the time, but so sweet, so like simple and perfect. Really, really awesome song.
This song is like a perfect synopsis of how I felt leaving my mission and like coming home. Yeah, like
oh, totally, I can see that.
Man, because it's like you're so excited to come back and be with everyone that you love so much, but then you're like, I'm leaving like another whole another group of people that I've come to love as family.
Yeah, just the few opening lines. There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed. Some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of sums up just moving on into different phases of life, right? You take the memories and you take the people you love, even if you're not going to see them again. And you move on to new loves, new places, new people, new things.
For sure. Really powerful song.
Yeah.
Really, really well done.
It's amazing the Beatles were able to capture some emotions like that, some stuff like that, all the way back in the this was in the 60s. So, which that wasn't. They were the first band to really do that.
Really pushing the envelope with all of that.
Yeah.
Breaking into the top 10 here.
Top 10. We're almost an hour in. As we get to our top 10, we'll probably just let this one ride out. Maybe a little bit longer episode.
Yeah.
But stick with us, please, through this top 10. It's
We
only
have
gonna
like
get better.
5 minutes to cut out where Tanner's had some real out-of-pocket stuff.
I'm also cutting that out. No one needs to know.
Anyway, okay, carrying on with number 10 for myself is Stupid Deep by John Bellingham.
Yeah.
I feel like we just keep touching on this theme, man.
Yeah.
Opening line to this song, what if who I hoped to be was always me? Damn it, bro, maybe I am that guy, man. Like, maybe I am, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
you just won't admit to yourself that you are.
yeah, man. It's so, like, I don't know, like, because I think we just think so, like, little of ourselves all the time. Like, I don't know, man. I look at the two of you a lot, like, especially now that you have, like, Beckham and everything, and I'm like, how the hell are you guys, like, standing right now? Like, how are you guys doing this, you know? And, I'm sure, like, you guys probably don't feel like that in the moment, you know? Like, you guys probably feel like you're barely even scraping by, but I look at you guys and I'm like, these guys are, like, doing the freaking thing, you know, like, and it gets me like really just like hyped about life, and like, man, I can, whatever I'm like facing, like I can do it, I can keep going, you know. These guys are running on like a couple hours sleep tops and still making everyone like feel better about themselves and feel happy and everything, and that's dope. Just a little side note, you guys are.
You didn't have to hype us up like that.
Really though.
But thank you.
But it's the truth. It's the truth.
And you should feel that way about yourself. You should, because you deserve it, and you are that good.
Oh,
you are that guy, dude.
I know. Okay, that's all I have to say about the song. Lexi.
Okay, coming in at number 10 for me is Your Power, Billie Eilish. This song, I don't even know. It's about, she's come out and said that it is about men in the music industry, or honestly the entertainment industry, that kind of abuse younger women. And it's just a really deep song. It's really deep. I wanted to read one of the lines from it.
Stupid deep, you could say.
Call
back.
Call
back.
Okay, so it says, you made me feel like it was my fault. You were the devil. Lost your appeal. Does it keep you in control? For you to keep her in a cage? And you swear you didn't know. You said you thought she was your age. That just hit me. I don't know. And I feel like she dropped this song at the perfect time, because it was right when a bunch of stuff was coming out about people, and so.
Now, something Billie is incredibly good at is being very aware.
Yeah.
For sure.
And brutally honest, really.
For sure. Dude, is that song low-key about Drake?
She hasn't said it's about anyone specifically, just the music industry and the entertainment industry in general, like Lexi said. But it could be about her experiences with a number of people, I think, because I think she definitely went through some of that.
Yeah. Well,
being so young when she was coming on, I mean, she
Right.
was 12 or something when she released Ocean Eyes.
Yeah. Right, and I know she had a boyfriend that was older. He was like 22 while she was 16.
Yeah.
So part of it could be
A lot of the album.
about him as well.
Yeah, about him. Yeah, that's a great pick. I love that song.
Nice.
Into my 10, Pictures of You.
Oh.
The Cure. Oh man. I mean, The Cure are another band that are incredibly honest and emotional and depressing, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
But this song is like something you'll notice about a lot of the songs in my top 10 is they breathe, meaning like the instrumentals play for just a little bit longer. That's not something I talked about in 23, but the instrumentals are longer, the verses are a little bit longer. It just like lets itself be exactly what it needs to be. And I almost like a song that's 5-6 minutes more than I like a normal length song.
For sure.
And Pictures of You is like 8 or something, but just the whole thing. I mean, the lyrics, what he's talking about, The Cure in general are just amazing. But this is my personal favorite song. Very deserving at number 10, I think.
Yeah, that's my 9. Is Pictures of You.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, it's so freaking good, dude. Obviously, like, it's gotten me through a lot, bro.
Yeah.
In this last year,
I'm
like,
sure.
Man, it's so good. Robert Smith has a very like interesting way of writing. It's
Unconventional for sure.
yeah, it's very hard to it's very hard to turn a poem into a song, you know, because lyrics and poems, although like structured similarly, are very different, you know. But
I mean, so much depends on the structure of the song itself, with the melody,
100%.
with the beat, all of it.
100%. But I would say, like any of those songs by The Cure, the lyrics on their own are like still extremely powerful, extremely meaningful, and everything. Man, that song is so good.
I mean, you could just read off the entire lyrics for the whole time.
Totally could. And the intro to that song is like 2.5 minutes
It is.
long.
Yeah.
But it's
Just
so
a simple
good,
guitar type
man.
solo. But, yeah.
I'm gonna cry, dude. That song's so good.
Yeah, I love that song. I'm glad it was on your list, too. I'm
It's a
excited to
great
hear
song.
that. Well, straight to Lex then.
Yeah,
on
straight to
your
Lex.
9. Let's see. Oh, we already talked about my 9. Only exception, so.
Oh, yeah, we did.
On to you.
Okay, I'm gonna say a few things about that song then. A couple lines that I'm gonna say about Pictures of You real quick then.
No, go for it.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. We're into the top 10. We're taking more time.
Oh man, okay. I just gotta find it real quick.
Also, I just want to say, someone should start counting how many times we say, that song is so good.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's the whole point of this pod. Maybe, I mean, I'm not dedicated enough to do this, but there's going to be a counter in my head of how many times I've said powerful, how many times we said that song is so good.
And said it in that exact way, too.
In that tone. How many times Taylor has gone, oh.
Oh.
But anyway, to your lyrics. Another thing I love about this song, quick story real quick. A chick flick, I don't even remember what it's called, with Channing Tatum and some other girl.
No.
The Vow. But this plays at the end of that movie. I'm like, it's a good movie, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like bawling at the end of this movie as
So
this song is
good.
playing.
Can you guess what I was doing?
Lexi was asleep.
Oh,
Because Lex falls asleep in movies and I finish them, even though they're movies she chose.
Okay, these set of lines right here. This song doesn't have a chorus, which is
No, it
like
doesn't.
crazy that it's still this good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna really try and just like read these right now. Remembering you fallen into my arms, crying for the death of your heart.
Oh, man.
Trying to steer from the profane, just like, I don't even know what else to say. Like, who
Say it.
fuck me, bro? That's so, like, perfect. Like,
Perfect poetry, like you said.
crying for the death of your heart. There's like, man, there's times that you feel things that it's like, if this is what it means to like
Be in love.
yeah,
To
then
feel loved, and I don't want it.
screw that, dude.
Yeah.
What? It's not worth it, man.
Yeah.
The price you have to pay for the absence of it is, oh my gosh. And then it makes all of it so much like trying to find it again and being like, knowing that that is at the end if it doesn't work out, knowing that that's how you're gonna feel.
Right. Scary.
Oh my gosh, that.
Yeah, what a great line.
All of it is so
All of it is just
good.
like quote worthy.
Okay. Okay. Tano.
So what do you eat? To 9 of mine?
Mm-hmm.
Number 9. I want to break free.
Nice.
Queen. Is this on your
Nice.
list?
That one's on my list. Let me
My
see what
favorite
number
Queen
it is.
song.
That one's 4 on my list.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna read. First of all, I'm just gonna start off right away with lyrics from this song into like the second half after solo of some kind. It's kind of just like electronics type sounds in the middle. Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. But Freddie goes right back in and but life still goes on. I can't get used to living without you by my side. I don't want to live alone. God knows, got to make it on my own. And I remember back when the movie Bohemian Rhapsody came out 3-4 years ago, this
Lexi's favorite.
Lexi's favorite movie ever.
My favorite movie.
But is when I really started getting into Queen, some of their deeper cuts, which I would consider this to be probably, is right around the time where Lex and I were kind of considering getting married, and these lyrics, I kind of realized that I couldn't just be the person that was Lexi's person, right? I had to be my own person too. And so that kind of stanza there of lyrics, got to make it on my own, being the last one, made me realize in a weird kind of roundabout way that I had to make it on my own too. So this song has always been super powerful. Like I said, both mine and Lexi's favorite Queen song and one of our favorite bands. But super powerful. Another person who's really, really good at lyrics, Freddie Mercury, and one of the greatest voices of all time.
I agree.
Little story with this one. So one time I hit up Tanner, and I was really, really struggling at this period of time. Was in a marriage that was not going well and everything, and I had no clue what I was gonna do or anything. Like, everything just seemed super bleak. And I went on a drive with Tanner, and I remember we were parked at that park by the Olds house. I don't even know what that park's
Some
called.
weird little park, yeah.
It is really weird. It's a very odd park.
It is.
Anyway.
I don't know why we were there. Kind of weird. It was like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Probably looked like creeps.
Probably.
That's besides the point. Go
Anyway.
ahead.
And Tanner told me that story, and he played this song for me, and like was just explaining his thoughts on it, and that's really what like kickstarted my process of like living for myself so that I could be my best for other people. Super, super impactful. It's not like one of my favorite songs, but just like that moment and everything.
Sure.
Huge turning point in my life for sure.
You're gonna make me cry, so we should move on to Lexi's thoughts on this stuff.
No, I think you guys said it all, honestly. You guys are really good at putting your thoughts into words, and I'm not, so...
Yes, you are, Lex.
I think you're better than you give yourself credit for.
No, I don't think I am. So I think you guys said what needed to be said about this song.
Well,
good words.
It's a
Good
great
words.
song.
Great song, amazing song. Number 8?
Yep.
Number 8 for me, Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd.
Ooh.
From The Wall.
I knew this was gonna be on here.
Oh my gosh. It's so good, dude. So good. In my opinion, and in the opinion of many people, the second solo in this song is the greatest guitar solo of all time.
Yeah.
It's, for me, this is my own interpretation of that solo specifically. I mean, so the whole album is kind of written for their friend who was in the band, who had a really, really like rough upbringing and everything, ended up being like kind of put in a loony bin, really. This solo, to me, it feels like David Gilmour's homage to his friend, you know, and it's incredible. I mean, the rest of the song could suck, which it doesn't, and have that solo in it, and it still would be an amazing, amazing song.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really amazing song.
It's amazing that just a guitar solo can give you that feeling. I mean, you can probably think of a lot of other examples as well, but just to make you feel that way, it's just guitar. It's literally a solo, and you get that feeling that it means something to a lot of people, and that you're able to interpret it for yourself also. Amazing.
Another awesome thing about this song, second chorus, when I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, but it was gone. I cannot put my finger on it now. The child is grown. The dream is gone. Dude, like, holy shit, like, what?
Summarize growing up better? No, you can't.
Yeah, like, you wake up one day and you're like, I'm not a freaking kid anymore. Like, when did... I saw a meme one time that was like, it just said, there was a last day that you played with your friends outside.
Yeah.
It's like, holy crap,
and you don't
dude.
remember
and
it.
you don't remember it, bro.
That's the thing that
thing.
sucks.
You didn't know that it was going to be the last time. There's, like, so many things that you just, like, take for granted as a kid, like, and all of a sudden it's just gone, and there's no real way of being like, this is when I was no longer a child. It's just like, it's gone. Your childhood is spent.
Yep. Man, it's a scary thought.
Yeah, I'm kidding, man.
Something every single person deals with, though.
Man, I like think about how wild that'll be for you guys to, like, experience one day, like, holy crap, Beckham's not a kid. Like, Beckham's an adult. Like, you know? I think it's something that... I think that's the hardest thing for a parent to do, is to realize, like...
that they're not necessarily maybe the most important person in their child's life anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's something that all parents have an incredibly difficult time with, I would think. And some, I'm sure, make the transition easier than others into being an adult parent versus a kid parent. But shout out to all the parents out there, man, because it's not easy.
For real.
It's not easy.
Yeah, great song.
Yep, for sure.
LEXI!
Okay, my number 8 is a Billy.
A Billy.
I Don't Want to Be You Anymore.
Oof. Yes, this is a great
I don't
song.
know this one.
Really?
What?
Yeah. Which album is it
Man,
from?
this song is deep, too. This is from her first official... I don't think it's even full length.
Is it the yellow one?
Yeah, the yellow one with the ladder, and she's wearing red.
Oh. I only know, like, 2 songs from that album.
You need to listen to that one.
Yeah.
It is good.
It's
This is probably her best song on the album.
What?
really
Isn't
good.
Ocean Eyes on that album?
Yes, it's better than Ocean Eyes.
Oh.
It's really good.
It's her just kind of talking about kind of the state of the world again. Almost that same thing, going back to Your Power a little bit. But just her recognizing from an incredibly young age, like, how messed up some of this stuff is. I mean, the chorus is, if teardrops could be bottled, there'd be swimming pools filled by models.
Oh.
Told a tight dress is what makes you a whore.
Oh.
This is her just realizing this crap from a young age, just from noticing this stuff, right?
Jeez.
Yeah, it's pretty deep, pretty heavy.
Holy crap.
But shout out to Billy again, dude.
Billy, dude.
Shout out to
Amazing
her.
artist.
Billy. And Phineas. We gotta throw Phineas. Anytime
Phineas
we
gets
shout out
that.
Billy, we're synonymously.
Synonymously. Yeah.
That's a strange word.
It is.
Synonymously shouting out Phineas.
Definitely. Even if we don't mention his name, we're thinking of him in our hearts.
Exactly.
Speaking of Billy, on to my 8, Happier Than Ever.
Great song. Great song.
That's my number 2.
Number 2.
Wow.
But, I mean, her best song, in my opinion, the duality of it is something that I love so much. Is it starts off, and it's perfect about the emotion she's portraying in the song as well. So she kind of starts off, if you haven't heard the song, it's about her breakup with her boyfriend at the time.
His name's Q or something like that.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. He's irrelevant. But essentially, she's talking about, like, how she is so much better off without him, and, like, she's kind of dealing with it in a calm way. And then throughout the first half of the song, really great melody, super simple, and it does a switch up in the middle that is just like, all of a sudden it's ridiculous overlays, super hard guitar and drums, and she's just super angry now, which is such an accurate portrayal of what your emotions would be in a situation like that. Like, this person screwed me over so bad, and I loved them, and I tried my best, but they keep screwing me over, and I'm pissed about it, right? And she sings about that in the second half, and her emotions really come through, with almost some spooky, haunting overlays of her voice being echoed, and really, really powerful song.
Very well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, production is
Production
top-notch on that
is
song.
next level on this song. I know the Grammys don't really matter, but it's BS that she didn't win a Grammy for this song.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Do you want to speak anything else, Billy, about this?
Nope.
Speak anything else about this?
Speak anything.
I dare you.
Nope.
Double dog dare you to speak.
I'm good. And on that note.
And on that note, we are to
We're on
Taylor.
number 7.
Yeah.
Man, I don't. If y'all haven't picked up on this by now, I really like just listening to music that makes you cry. Like,
I think that's been a theme for me and you especially. I think Lex as well. She just has let us talk. Thank you for letting us talk on our own podcast.
You're just passionate.
Yeah, we are passionate. We're definitely
passionate.
How did I know it?
Oh, jeez. Inside joke. Sorry, everyone.
One more time in the mic, Dre. A little sexier. Passion. Number 7.
Yep, 7.
Oh my gosh. Number 7 is The Promise by Tracy Chapman.
Ooh. Yeah, talk about a heavy song.
Let me just collect myself real
Yeah,
quick.
by the way, we're just getting sound effects from Taylor on his comments on this song.
Oh my gosh. It's a really, really tough song for me to talk about. Yeah, dude, might as well just be super honest with it. It's the pod.
It's the pod,
It's
and we've been
6 people that listen to it anyways.
and we've been brutally honest anyway. And also, that's kind of rude. We had 35 views on one of them, so
That's true. Shout out to 35, man.
yeah.
It's like Becky just watching it over and over and over.
Shout out to you, Beck.
Oh man, so this song was one of mine and Ashlyn's song. Ashlyn's my ex-wife. And it means way more now that we're divorced and just not together, because there's so much of this song is pretty much saying if there's even just a part of you that would like to have it again, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go through and read a lot of these.
Do it. It's okay. We're to that point. Crying is okay, by the way.
Yeah.
A quick thing to say. Cry.
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 Let it out.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. It says, if you think of me, if you miss me once in a while, then I'll return to you. I'll return and fill that space in your heart. Man, there's really yeah, there's a lot of times I'll sit and just think about and remember what it's like to give yourself to a person. Yeah, it's a really really good feeling to have, to know that there's someone that you belong to, so to speak.
Yeah.
Another little stanza here. Together again, it would feel so good to be in your arms, where all my journeys end. If you can make a promise, if it's one that you can keep, I vow to come for you if you wait for me. And I think really just the shittiest thing about the whole situation with myself and Ashlyn is just weren't ready, either of us, both of us did a lot of really dumb stuff, and while I'm glad that I'm not in this situation anymore, I really really do wish a lot of times that I just met her just maybe 2 years after, you know. Yeah, man. Still like a really, really, really special place that I keep open for her, and that I think I'll always hold on to.
I think that speaks a lot of the person that you are, the way that you are, despite some of the hard times, terrible times you two had together. You're able to hold her. I'm still so dear to your heart, and have so much respect for her. And I mean, just this song being this high on your list, I think speaks to that as well. And just the way you talk about it, and I really appreciate you sharing that. Keep going if you have more to say. I'm sorry to interrupt you again.
No, you're good, man. I think I'll stop there. Amazing song. Tracy Chapman is an extremely underrated writer. Yeah, man. Really, really good song.
Definitely. Good inclusion on your list. Lexi?
My next one is a posty one.
Change the
Shift
tone a little
gears,
bit.
please. I don't want to be sad right now.
It's Paranoid by Post Malone.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs. Yeah, it's mostly just talking about him becoming famous and not really having a life of his own anymore. And that he's always a paranoid man because there's always people watching him. And I don't know, it's just really a good song.
Very well articulated, Lex. What are you talking about? That was awesome.
That was really good. It is one of his best songs, I think.
I think it's incredible.
The chorus is awesome.
I can never skip that song. Anytime it comes on, it's the full song's going through.
Yeah, for the longest time, that was your very favorite song.
Yeah.
And I love it because of that.
Good.
My number 6, 5, 7,
7.
8, 7 is Say It Ain't So.
I was waiting.
Weezer.
For it.
I mean, this is, I think most people would say Weezer's best song, most popular song ever, probably. Best song maybe up for debate. But, I mean, this is Rivers Cuomo, who is lead singer of Weezer.
What?
Rivers is his first name. Cuomo is his last name.
Rivers Cuomo.
What a crazy name, right?
Wow.
I mean, it speaks perfectly for the type of person and writer he is. His name.
Totally.
Yeah. But him talking about his relationship with his dad, actually, which was never a particularly easy relationship for him. And, like, again, you can feel the emotion, him talking about it. And also just, the guitar hits so hard in this song. Dong, 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 dong. Word, yeah.
Word.
But I mean, this is one of like I mentioned again in the previous podcast about Weezer, the Blue Album, this is on there. This is some of the earliest memories I have of music, is this album, this song being right up there with one of the first songs I ever remember hearing. The connection with my dad and my brother, listening to this, even with, I mean, Taylor and his brother McKay as well. We bonded over this album, which is something I wish I would have mentioned when we talked about it. But we bonded over this in San Francisco, which we talked about a little bit on the very first episode of our pod. But a song and an album, obviously, that I hold really close to my heart. I love a lot. That's all I have to say.
Shout out Rock Band real quick.
Yeah, shout out Rock Band. True.
This is always my favorite song to do on Rock Band. So freaking dope. Also, one of my favorite lines is in that song. Bone tell it, rest over Jenny. Something is bubbling behind my back. The bottle is ready to blow. So good, dude.
Yep, and then into the chorus that we were singing.
Oh man.
That's what we should have done, is just sang every song. Copyright claims, left and right.
Oh man, what a great song.
Great song. It is an actual just jam.
The mic on that one? You sang that one?
No, I was either drums or guitar.
I was always mic. Dear Daddy. Every
This
time.
web is
Wanna slide away from me and take some more every day.
So be cool. It's okay, Bo. We're fine.
We're just singing.
Really stressed
Not
about
that
that.
bad.
Okay, number 6. Oh my gosh, this song's so good, dude. White Ferrari, Frank Ocean.
Ooh.
So good. This song.
I was waiting for Frank too. I completely forgot.
This song is a museum. Like it's its own exhibit in a museum. I'm someone who like really values lyrics and like really loves like the meaning of songs. I have no freaking idea what this song is about. I have no clue. But how it makes me feel, man, I'm like, holy crap, dude, like
Yeah.
so good. Every time I listen to it, I'm just like transported. It's so good. Yeah, amazing song.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to say about it. It's just so good.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
love just at the end, you can't even hear what he's freaking saying, but he's just. Oh man, it's so it's so good, man. It's so freaking good. I showed this to Becky.
Yeah, she
A
told me
couple
that
weeks ago, and she was just like speechless at the end. She's like, I don't even know like what that was.
Yeah.
I don't either, man. But it's so good.
So experimental.
Yeah, extremely, so good.
Yeah,
So
it is
good.
a really good song.
There's all these weird vocals where he's just kind of like wailing,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay,
Like
don't
you said,
know
he's
what that
not
is.
saying anything.
No,
in a lot
yeah.
of it.
And there's like there's like 4 different parts to the song. It just keeps like evolving, and it, oh man, awesome song.
For sure.
I don't know that song, but
Oh,
take a listen.
really?
Lex,
Oh.
My sister loves Frankie.
such a good
Love it.
song. Yeah, we'll have to try. It's a song I feel like you kind of have to listen to in the car for the first time.
Mm.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
just
I can see
driving
that.
around at
Songs,
night.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, number 6. I just changed this one.
Oh.
Because before it was Circles, and I like that song. I really like that song, but
So you removed it from this completely?
I removed it.
Wow.
Number 6, Make You Feel My Love.
Whose
Adele.
version? Oh, very nice.
So good.
Amazing song.
It's a really good song.
One of the greatest love ballads ever written.
Yeah.
Originally by Bob Dylan. It's been
Yep.
covered several times by several artists. Amazing.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan. We've talked about it at some point. I don't know if it was on this podcast, but just Bob Dylan in general, just being covered like crazy by everyone.
Freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Half of Jimi Hendrix's like biggest hits were Bob Dylan covers.
Yeah.
Not half, really. There was like 2 or 3, but
Close to half. Yeah. That is a great song.
thank goodness that song got covered too, because his vocals are just so freaking bad
Yeah,
on
Bob
that
Dylan
song.
can't sing all that well, if we're being completely honest.
Yeah,
Yeah. Adele's version is amazing.
yeah, really good.
We have a lot of love for Adele. We spoke about that last time too.
Adele.
All right, my number 6 was "Won't Go Home Without You." I already talked about it, so table.
Into the top 5 now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this song's so freaking good, dude. Again, another tally for that, whoever's keeping track.
If you keep track, I'll have a surprise for you. So go back, restart. There's a prize for you if you've been keeping track.
There you go. I know what the surprise is.
No.
Oh, not that? Okay. Number 5. Landslide, Fleetwood Mac.
Ooh.
So, I won't
I'm
lie.
surprised it was this high. It's a great song.
I love that song, dude.
I didn't know you loved it that much.
This, again, is one of those first songs that I remember, like, listening to as a kid and being like, what the crap crap is happening to me right now?
Yeah.
That's my third favorite guitar solo of all time is the one in that.
What's your second? Well, we're on it.
May This Be Love by Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
Yeah, really, really good.
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks, dude. Stevie Nicks wrote this song. And Stevie Nicks wrote this guitar riff as well.
Did she?
She did.
I didn't know that.
There's a live recording of it where she thanks Mac Fleetwood for teaching her how to play the guitar, and she's like, even though like I don't know like much about guitar, like you taught me enough to be able to write this song and this riff. And shout out Stevie, bro.
I mean, yeah,
like
pretty famous riff.
Yeah, it was one of the first songs I learned how to play on guitar, and it's so good, man. It's like I've been afraid of changing because I built my life around you. That's, dude.
Yeah.
That's so tough, dude. That's so good. Again, just bare bones lyrics.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, anyone who is in a relationship probably feels that to some extent.
Of any kind.
Of any kind, yeah. So, literally everyone should have some sort of understanding of that, can relate to that in some way.
Yeah, really, really good.
Great song. Lex?
My number 5, another postie. Phil and Whitney.
Ooh.
Nice.
I think this
Great
is his best song.
That is a really, really good song.
And it's deep for him. It's talking about his drug addiction and
Alcohol.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
And the struggles he has in his life because of those things.
Those addictions, yep.
Yeah. He really hit a sweet spot in that Beer Bongs and Bentleys age. Is this on his first album, actually?
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah. But, like, I think that some of the songs on Stody and Beer Bongs and Bentley are the best he's done. He has a few highlights on Hollywood's Bleeding as well, but
None on 12.
you know, I won't talk about that too much.
Dude, the first track though, I'm like, man, the album started and I was like, dude, let's go. This is about to be amazing.
Same. Well, Lex just started playing it. Well, sorry, quick detour into 12 Karat Toothache. We were going to do a full pod on it. Lex wasn't sure because she's worried I'm going to talk trash on it the whole time. Which is fair.
That is a fair concern.
But, I mean, it starts off so well. The piano at the very beginning on the first opening track, Reputation.
Yeah, dude.
And, I mean, the whole song is really, really good. And unfortunately, after that, it's just...
Take My Own Life Just to Save Yours? Holy
Yeah.
crap, dude. Like, Post, come on. That's amazing.
Yeah. I do think he is incredibly emotional on the album, and he's a lot more vulnerable with his feelings. I just don't think he necessarily put that across in the best way on every track.
There's highlights of that are really, really amazing, though, throughout the album.
Yeah, I agree.
Still might do a podcast on it.
Still might. Maybe this is a sneak peek.
Lexi's making a face right now, so...
All right, so that is on to 5 for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
My one and only soundtrack inclusion. Taylor, you know what it is?
Is it from Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
Is it from Episode 3?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the Vader one?
No.
Is it not Duel of Fates, the freaking Battle of the Heroes?
Yes.
Song is wild, bro.
Oh, it is crazy. I mean, Duel of the Fates gets all of the love for being like a crazy fight. This
As
song,
it should. Like,
it is
epic.
top tier, epic for sure. You know, Darth Maul. I mean, obviously, but this is just next level. It is so intense, so dramatic, so perfect for the scene. This obviously plays during Anakin and Obi-Wan's fight on Mustafar. Oh, Battle of the Heroes being a perfect title for that, obviously. And I don't want to speak too much on it without nerding out, but I mean, this movie, this song, that scene is everything for me.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So
Incredible.
I love it. Go listen to that song too. Listen to everything that we've said. I hope that if you haven't heard a lot of these songs, you have an amazing playlist to go listen to now. Which, ironically, will be about maybe 69 songs long.
There you go.
I don't know.
Ironically. Okay, number 4. Us and Them by Pink Floyd.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So freaking good.
Yeah.
Amazing saxophone solo. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Out of nowhere, too.
Out of nowhere, dude. And the choir just... Oh my gosh, dude. It's so good. I love how it just... Like, out of nowhere, dude. That's like a song that's like... I'm pretty sure... Like, when I am taken from this earth, that song will be playing as my soul ascends. Like...
Nice.
So good. Just... Yeah,
I'm
really
glad I'm not the
freaking
only one
good.
that thinks about that.
Yeah, love that song, dude. Man, it's so good. I love just the contrast between verse and chorus.
Yeah.
That one song explores so much, just like thematically and with like it just covers so much ground and like
Yeah.
again just like bare bones lyrics. It's like really heavy material in
Yeah.
a really short amount
Brutally
of time.
honest.
Yeah.
That song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
I don't know if
about
Lex will have heard that song either.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Listen.
Have to listen. Okay.
We already talked about my number 4.
What was it?
Four?
Want to Break Free.
Oh yeah.
Want to Break Free. Great song. My number 4, and I know this is in Taylor's top 3 because he hasn't said it yet.
Oh.
Fix You.
Yes.
Coldplay.
Yes.
Where's it at for you,
It's
Taylor?
my number 2.
Shoot.
It's my number 2.
I mean, it's such a great song.
Yeah.
This song has a lot of meaning in other ways other than just the song, too. I'll let you talk about that for yourself in a minute. But for me...
Oh, you'll let me, huh?
Yeah, I'll let you. Because this is my
I'll allow
podcast,
it.
actually. This is my podcast. I make the rules. And you're going to listen to what I say. Sorry.
That's why your name comes first in the podcast?
Actually,
or-
Taylor's does. And
Oh,
I
does
did that
it?
because everyone needs to know that he comes first.
You're not a douche.
And I'm not a douche. Okay? Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway,
He's
Fix
always
You.
holding me back.
Fix You, Coldplay. Arguably one of the greatest songs of the 21st century.
If
that
not,
bold?
not at all,
Oh, okay.
dude. Not at all. Anyone who like disagrees with that is off their friggin' rocker, bro. That song is amazing.
Goated. But, I mean, again, going back to Chris Martin's songwriting, the melody with it, the bridge, oh my word, the bridge. I mean, I would think most people will have heard this song.
Yeah.
There's no way that you haven't.
If you haven't, uncultured piece, go listen to it. Like, it's Coldplay, bro.
Yeah.
Coldplay is like this is one of those songs that, as white as it is, it's for everyone,
Oh,
bro.
it is for
like,
everyone.
all of Coldplay's for everyone.
Yeah. I don't know if this is an unfair thing, but it is like the 21st century of yesterday.
It totally is. No, that's spot on, Tanner.
Thank you.
Amazing.
I mean, and that's some people may find that unfair, but I think this song has that much weight, is that powerful.
Totally does. Yeah, this is my number 2. Amazing song, dude. Yeah, it's just another one of those songs, man. Like, shit happens and it sucks really bad.
Yep.
But
I will try to fix you.
yeah, I'll be there for you through it. So this was the last song that I listened to with my family before I left on my mission. Which is really, so it's like really just like my last moment with them before I left, you know. And I've come to understand that the song was just like banned the whole time that I was gone. Like no one listened to it the
No one
whole time I
allowed
was gone.
anyone to listen to it.
It's such a powerful song. The bridge, dude, is so good. It's not like, I don't know, like there's nothing about it that's like extremely insightful or anything like that. Like there's really nothing standalone that's super special about
It's
the
the
song.
collective with
It's
this.
all of it together is just so amazing.
Yeah, I agree. And part of, again, the simplicity of it, that it's so easy to understand also. It's not with you, I mean, you talked about it a few times with, it's just like hitting the nail on the head, right? With all of these lyrics, it's perfect, it's masterfully put together. Yeah, I don't have too much else to say.
So good.
So good. Lex, you want to say anything about Fix You?
Good song.
Thank you.
I don't hate Coldplay.
That sounded really forced, but I believe you. Okay, on to your 3.
Number 3, dude. Number 3 is A Letter to Elise by The Cure.
Ooh, I was gonna say, I was surprised when you had pictures of you so high, because I know that you like this song better than that one.
Gosh, dude, this song is so good. We're just pulling up the lyrics real quick. Sorry, folks.
Another Cure song,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
If you didn't know by that comment I just made.
Go listen to this song. Okay, this line, dude, this is just in the first verse, dude. Every way to smile, forget, and make believe we never needed any more than this. Any more than this. This song is so, like, polarizing, you know? Which is totally how you feel in situations like this. It's like, there's what you know and there's what you feel. And they're always so opposite, you know? Like, it's like everything that I said with The Promise is, like, as much as I really do feel that, is, like, when I turn my brain on for a second, I'm like, no, like, you can't freaking do that.
You
like, why would you do? And that's what this whole song is it's so, like, this other one, all the prayers your hands can make, oh, I just take as much as you can throw and then throw it all away. Another thing that's really cool about how this song is written is there's the phrase never ends, you know, like the whole thing is
like a long run-on sentence almost.
Yeah.
Like it's, I mean, just like, again, like poetry. That's how poetry is.
Yeah. Let me just go through and see if there's any other lyrics that I wanna. I mean, it really just repeats after that.
Yeah.
This other, every time I try to pick it up, like falling sand, as fast as I pick it up, it runs away through my clutching hands. Man, dude, Robert freaking Smith, bro.
It's the imagery that he's putting across.
Totally is.
So making you understand exactly how you feel, because you can picture exactly what he's talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he's relating an emotion to that, and it makes it that much more powerful.
This guitar solo is in my top 5 guitar solos as well. Super extremely simple guitar solo, but I love how the climax of the solo is back into the riff.
Right.
That's freaking genius.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing. It's like, man, it's so good. It's so freaking good. Cause like the song again, is just saying like a lot of it. He talks about he's just like, I was never really like good enough for you. Like, I'll never really be able to get inside of you to make your eyes catch fire the way they should. Dude, holy crap! Like, oh, it's so good. It's so freaking amazing. Again, it's one of those songs that's like 2-minute intro because it's just it just is setting the tone for the whole thing. You know.
That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
They're setting the tone.
Mm-hmm.
So you're already feeling some type of way when they come in with the lyrics.
Yeah, and he doesn't have like the most pleasant voice to listen to.
Sure. Yeah.
But by that time, with everything built up, like, he could sound like anything, you know? Yeah. And it would just... Because I do love the way that his voice sounds. It actually is, like,
me too, but amazing, I can see how it could be a turn-off for a lot of people.
For sure. But if, like... How could someone not enjoy The Cure? Anyone out there who's listening to this and says that the Smiths are better than The Cure, go jump in a lake, to put it mildly, bro. The Cure is freaking amazing. Like, oh man, I love The Cure. So, quick little story about The Cure, actually. So we have a cousin, his name's Henry. Henry, if you're listening to this, what up, dude?
Your dad wouldn't let you listen, probably, and that's fair. We understand.
Yeah, because of me, and my profane lips. My bad.
Watch your profanity.
But Henry's like really into music, and especially in these last couple years, he's really gotten into music, and he has like taken on the persona of whoever he is really enjoying at the time.
Yeah.
So he went through a Michael Jackson phase.
Yep.
Went through a Kurt Cobain phase. He grew his blonde hair out really long and everything. And there was one time they were over at the Olds, and I asked Paul, I was like, hey, Paul, do you know what The Cure is? Because if you don't know, The Cure wears really just like black clothes, baggy like black clothes, heavy eyeliner. Their hair is all over the freaking place. Yeah. And I was like, hey, Paul, do you know what The Cure is? And he's like, no, don't. Please don't.
Oh, the funny thing is, Henry would love The Cure.
He would, because they're amazing, bro.
Did you mention how old he is?
How old is Henry? 12?
He's almost 12. So, I mean, saying that he's already been stages where he loves Kurt Cobain, Nirvana, and Michael Jackson's pretty crazy. But...
yeah, that would be really funny if he ever just, like... Anyway.
Give him 2 years.
Sorry, Paul.
All right. Awesome. Lex, you're number 3.
My number 3 is Anchor, Nova Amor.
Speak about significance.
I mean, I walked down the aisle to that song.
And I cried.
And Taylor cried.
I cried. I bawled.
Watching Lex walk out and watching the two of them cry. And I'd never heard this song before, and it was just playing, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And I knew I wanted to walk down to a Nova Amor song, but that one just hit me for some reason.
Yeah. It took you a while to decide. I remember you listened to a lot of them before, and then you settled on this. And I had never heard it before either until you decided you were going to walk down the aisle to it. I mean, it ended up being perfect. Yeah. Perfect for you.
Yeah, it's a great song.
It is a really good song. Amazing song.
Nova Amor is amazing.
Yeah, I agree. I already spoke about my number 3, 23. So, Taylor. Onto your, I think we're onto your...
Number 2 is Fix You, which we talked about.
That's right, so let's go back to Lex again.
We're
straight back to
mine,
Lex.
Happier than ever.
Oh, okay. Back to me. 8.
Number 2.
8. A song
This is number 2 for you?
This is number 2 for me. A song I've already talked about on this pod extensively. Runaway.
Oh.
Kanye West featuring Pusha T. I mean, I don't know if I want to go too much into it again. I will, just because I love it that much. I said on the previous podcast this may be my favorite song of all time. And I wasn't joking, because it is number 2. And it was super, super hard to choose between this and my number one. But
Crap is your one.
you'll have to wait and
Let's
listen.
find out.
But I mean, this
Another
song.
message from our sponsor.
Yes, this song would easily be my most played song ever if it weren't 9 minutes, and Kanye just kind of distortedly talking after that about halfway point. But as we mentioned before, Taylor and I, like, the song is unapologetically Kanye, and it's him expressing himself, and he talks about real human emotions again that are really easy to relate to. I'll read off the lyrics again because they're that good. Let me get it pulled up.
Is he gonna go profane on
No, probably not.
that? Well done, Tunnel.
You're welcome, everyone who doesn't want to hear profanity. And I just blame everything on you. At least you know that's what I'm good at.
That's tough, dude.
And you think about it, that's so true for all of us, really. It's so much easier to put the blame onto someone else. And most of us wouldn't have the balls to admit that, right? Because, again, that pride. And that's something I do admire about Kanye. As much as he is
Kanye.
crazy, Kanye, he is brutally honest. And
Dude
he
keeps it real.
He's very real. And I used the word unapologetic a lot when talking about him before, and I'll use it again here. He is an unapologetically himself, which I really, really admire.
You have to. You have to admire it about him.
You hate him or love him, you have to admire that he's willing to be himself. And this song is, in a song, who Kanye is, in my mind. And him being one of my favorite artists ever, I mean, you just have to love it.
I'm so gifted at finding what I don't like the most.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So gifted, finding it.
I don't like the most.
So
I think it's time for us to have a toast. Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the...
I thought we were gonna
Oh, it's not just me now. Let's go.
I mean, I called that duck. That duck.
That
that dog.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's right. That got cut out. Don't worry.
Oh, it did? No. No.
Anyway, that's all I really have to say about Runaway.
I have something to say about Runaway.
Okay.
That is Tanner's shower song.
Oh, man. It's the perfect shower song.
Every shower, without a doubt, that song is blaring.
I love it.
It's so... Oh. Anyway. That's all I had to say.
365.
It should be everyone's shower song.
It's a good one.
And this is a song, also, in my opinion, that it kind of transcends the genre of rap a little bit. I already talked about this before, but the production is second to literally nothing. And the layering is perfect, and it gives you some, like, classical with just the piano, but then the beat comes in, and it's just enough rap and just enough, like, genre mixing in general that it's awesome.
Yeah.
And almost anyone can love it for that reason.
Love the strings at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Absolutely.
good.
All right.
We're
We're
to
on
the
to
number
number
ones. I'm glad that we haven't said anybody's number one
Oh, I
yet.
am relieved. That was my biggest stressor going into this. That one of us was going to say number one super early, but here we are.
I knew you guys wouldn't say mine.
True. But
Okay.
I'm just surprised that my number one wasn't on either of your lists at some point. Go ahead, sorry.
I'm probably going to hear yours and feel dumb.
Maybe.
My number one is from the Inception soundtrack by Hans Zimmer, the song Time. It is
I should have known.
perfect song. A perfect song. That, holy crap, that's like, I don't even know. Like, I really have no idea what to say about this song. It's,
You kind of just have to listen to it.
yeah, it's really just like indescribable. Yeah, just the way that it builds, the layering on it is crazy. It is, in my opinion, like Hans Zimmer's just finest. And this is my third Hans Zimmer song that I've
True.
said.
Yeah.
amazing, amazing, amazing song. Yeah, love that song. I can't. I don't even know what to say about it other than it's just incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. It is one of the most amazing songs of any soundtrack ever. I agree. It's iconic also. As soon as you out there go and listen to it, if you don't know what he's talking about, instantly recognize.
Yeah, you totally will. It's, oh my gosh, it's so good. Yeah, I feel like I sound really dumb just saying nothing over and over again. But
Well, I mean, it's hard when it's not lyrics, and without just talking about the movie itself a bunch. It's hard to get too much into it. But we're gonna do a podcast soon talking about some of our favorite movies, so that this may come up again.
Absolutely.
We'll get into that later. Lex, on to your number one.
My number one.
I know what it is.
So do I.
Can you feel it? It's I'm Gonna Be, Post Malone. That song just hits different for me for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's just like my pump up song. Every single time I hear it, it puts me in a great mood. No matter what. I will say, like, I don't know if this is kind of weird, but when McKay got back from his mission, honestly, both of you guys, like, I felt so awkward around you guys because I didn't really know you before you left.
Yeah.
And I was, like, obviously in Tanner's life, and we were about to by that time we were married, right?
No,
When McKay came back?
When McKay came back, yes.
Yeah.
We were about to be engaged
when Taylor came back, right. So I don't know, it was just hard for me to relate to you guys too. But McKay talked to me about this song. And so, I don't know, it was just kind of special to actually, like, get to know McKay a little bit, just talking about this song.
Yeah, for sure.
Music, yeah.
But another thing, when me and Tanner got engaged, I was with my best friend Abby. We were driving in the car right before. She was actually taking me to Tanner's parents' house where he proposed to me. And right before we were getting there, she was like, "What is your favorite song? I want to play that for you right now." And she played that song. And that immediately just, like, put me in the best mood ever. Like, that day I wasn't feeling super great. I honestly was just going to stay home.
It was a chore to get you out of bed to try and get you to come so I could propose to you.
Yeah.
Shout out to Abby.
But anyway, it's just a great song. I love that song.
This is a very feel-good song.
It is super feel-good.
Yeah.
We listened to this song on her birthday all day. That's all we listened to.
The only song we listened to.
The only thing we listened to all day. And Lexi was in a great mood all day.
Yep. It was a great birthday.
Yep. Awesome.
That's my number one.
So, my number one, if you haven't guessed it yet, you know what it is.
We talked about it. I know we did.
Is Stairway to Heaven.
Duh.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was in the back of my mind. I was like...
So, I purposefully didn't talk about it that much. I glossed over it a little bit in the albums pod. But this is not only one of the greatest songs ever written, in my opinion. Written, produced, in general. But also has a lot of personal meaning to me. For several reasons. First off, I'll talk about the personal reasons first and then a little bit about the song after. Sorry we're at around 2 hours already. Kind of guessed. We told you it's going to be long. Deal with it.
If you're still with us, dope.
You a homie if you are. So, starting off, the first reason I love this song, my dad playing the guitar growing up, this was the first thing he played on the guitar every single time he picked it up. The opening riff. You know, the iconic. I mean, and I always because he didn't play Led Zeppelin for us that much growing up. I think because my mom didn't particularly like it, may have been part of it, but also just Led Zeppelin is a little bit heavy for tiny kids, and
Sure.
I always loved it, and I never thought to ask him what it was, but that's the first time I ever remember hearing it. That was from a very, very young age because my dad has always played guitar. Secondly, this was, for some reason, the first song I decided to play for Beckham while he was still in the womb. The first song I purposely went out of my way, I know that you can hear this in there. This is what I want you to hear. And I played it for him all the way through. And then a follow-up to that, this was the first song I played for him when I was holding him in my arms at the hospital. And I was just hysterically bawling. Lexi was a little out of it at this point due to the delivery, which was fine. I had a really special moment with my son right after he was born. And I already love this song. And like I said, it's one of the most famous songs ever. Everyone knows it. But just that little bit of extra meaning for me, holding my son for the first time, having that moment with him, words can't even really explain. And the funny thing about it is it's not a super emotional song. It's not super deep. I'm not even completely sure what it's about. And
there's a lot of speculation.
There's a lot of speculation about what they're writing about. But just crazy how much weight a song can hold for you, and for me in this case. And Beckham's going to learn to play it on the guitar, and he's going to sing it for us. He's going to be all 4 band members, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But I love this song. I'm not actually going to go too much about it into the song, if either of you want to talk about it a little bit. But.
Amazing song. It's probably the most iconic rock song of all time.
Probably.
I think you covered everything on that song. It's incredible.
Yeah, it almost makes me feel cliche for having it at my top spot, but hopefully, and I think my reasons validate that.
For sure.
So, I love it. And that brings us to the end of our list as well, all the way through.
I don't ever want to rank this ever again. This was so hard.
Yeah, this is a one and only time. I'm sorry to the two of you. I did force you both to do it because I'm rude. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. We love talking about music, obviously, as we've rambled on for 2 hours. But hopefully you learned something as you're listening to this out there. Hopefully you got some new songs that you can enjoy, some new artists, and hopefully now these all have some meaning for you as well. Hopefully you can make some connections and make memories of your own with music, and feel free to comment your favorite song of all time.
For sure. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. We'd love to hear some of yours that do listen. Comment your favorite song, why it's your favorite song. Let's just share music all around.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. It was a long one, but that was a really fun one. As hard as it was really fun.
Yeah, it was fun. We obviously, our first guest appearance, Lex, thank you for being on the pod today.
Thanks, Lexer.
There's the giggle. She's back. She's back. All right. Peace out to you all. Love you all. We'll catch you sooner or later.
Next time.
Next time. Peace.